They begin at the 20. With play action into the line with Jacobson up top, they go, and wide open is Dobbs. And Dobbs, who returned last week from a one-game suspension and caught 2 touchdowns against Arizona, has a gain of 23. Zach Tom back in at right tackle, 3rd and 3. Pass, a bit forced and picked on the deflection and open lanes, but one player, Love, cuts it off to allow his teammates to catch up on him. Hewitt with the interception. It was tipped by Petrie, and the Texans come up with a gigantic takeaway in the game's first 2 minutes. 2 seconds on the play clock. Snaps his hands and takes the snap. Rolls away from the heat. Now has to get rid of it. Incomplete. Packers really stepped up on that down. Field goal kick is good. So 3 on the board.
Trying to see if it's man or zone. It's zone. He saw they're going to pop out.
Here's Love's pass, complete, trying to get the yardage, and the Texans are there waiting for him. Hold him to 5 on 3rd and 7. Texans have the best regular season record in the league. They're 12-4. Second possession for them. Drop back throw, and he's got his target at the 40-yard line for the big game. It's Dalton Schultz near midfield. Give him 28 with that grab. It's a 2nd and 16. CJ goes underneath, dumps it off. Got a nice game, big game to Cade Stover. They recover from the sack. Play action, going up top on the short yardage. He's going to run for it and get it. Stroud. Untouched, he gets to him. That's McKinney. Practicing again.
Yeah, that was surprising, but
here they go with the completion. That's Kraft somersaulting for the first down. South Dakota now just turning into a big-time tight end. First down, handoff. Jacobs got a big lane out to about the 38-yard line, and another Green Bay first.
They're going to spread the ball around to a lot of different players and motion at the snap and take your gaps.
Wilson in at running back for Jacobs. Here's the pass play, and it goes back to Dobbs. And they're now in Houston territory, having started back at their own 8. 11 more for Green Bay. Love's pass, caught, first down again. Melton this time. It was a play that was not smart, that had the ball down at the 35 that leads the Packers to a 2nd and 9 from the 19. And a diving grab by Wicks. 11 of the 3rd down coming up.
Across the field.
Here's Love to the end zone. Diving catch. What a catch it is by Kraft for the score. Before getting injured and having this, at least this one. 3rd and 9. More pressure on Stroud. Desperation throw. No one near him. He was all the way back inside the 10-yard line when he heaved it. Possessor of a couple of Super Bowl rings. He sends this punt down to about the 20-yard line where it bounds toward the end zone. Ball's touched. It hit Ballantyne, the Packer.
I think this is going to go to the Texans. What a huge...
Here's Stroud giving it to Nixon, who powers his way down to about the 1-yard line. Here it is, Mixon. Around the end and in for the touchdown. Took 2 plays to bring it home.
And these players know the system called.
On 3rd and 3, Love has to go out of the backfield with it. Nice move by Wilson. That picked up the first down. One move to escape Eric Murray. Otherwise, they'd be punting. And they get the play in the books now. They don't challenge it in time. They go long. They go long. They get the completion near the 1-yard line. Touchdown. Dontavian Wicks.
Wonderful job. They just ran all go, which means everyone get up on the ball. We're going to snap. That means their coaching staff is prepared.
There's a return opportunity for the Texans. Oh, and it's a nice return. Look at him going here. It's Pierce. 42-yard return.
He finds the hole.
2nd and 1. That's going to be enough for a first down as they go to Diggs. 3rd and 2. Houston offense needs to stay on the field. And they are able to pick up the first down. 3rd and 12. More pressure. Stroud unable to get it away, incomplete in the area of Dell. The hold by Townsend, the kick, plenty of leg, and it's good.
Waiting 4 years, being developed, that's helped.
Here he is, way down the field. Look out, he's picked. Picked at the 45 by Kalen Bullock, the rookie from USC, who already has his 3rd interception of his rookie season.
And all of a sudden, when a guy blitzes one of these guys, somebody else has to handle it.
Back to Mixon. He's by the wave. He's on his way past McKinney. And there he goes down the sideline. Breaks a big one. Joe Mixon having a big quarter.
Giving the ball and giving Houston a chance, being a little too indiscriminate.
Mixon's got a big lane again, and he's all the way down to the 4 on first down. Running behind.
You got the 4D lineman here. Collapse the edges and force it back inside.
There's Mixon. Mixon finds his way to the end zone, and another Houston touchdown.
It's a great adjustment.
It's Mixon. He's caught in the backfield and denied the 2-point conversion. It's over 75 today. Here's Stroud. More pressure on him. And there's another sack by the Packers defense, their 3rd. Here they come after Love. Unloads it. Pulled in by Dobbs in a first. Pressure was coming from.
You've got to take a lot of gaps.
Will Anderson not on the field for the Texans right now on 2nd and 8. There goes Jacobs. Ripping off his biggest run of the game. Well, 2nd biggest. He goes for about 10. Sitting out this play, 1st and 10. Jacobs getting a lot of work now. Picking up steam to the 20 and down to the 18. 2nd and goal from 8 yards out. Right back to Jacobs. No one there for him this time. Touchdown, Green Bay. His first ever touchdown reception.
Pressure package again.
Pass broken up by Eric Wilson. He has made some plays today, and they deny the first down catch. It would have been by Dalton Schultz.
These guys are incredible on 3rd and short.
In the round with Reed. Reed is stopped short. It was Reed who fielded the punt that put him in this pickle. Approached the midway point of the season. 1st and 10. Fake and throw. Got his man. It's Diggs to the 46 of Green Bay. The first big pass play. They need 7. They're going to lose at least 7. Here's Love. Pressure from behind, and the Texans are able to get to him. Back at the 12-yard line.
A little bit of a rhythm, Jim. Right now he's feeling the pressure.
Where they're doing the hurry up, trying to change things. He's going to run for a 2nd straight play. Scrambling. What a move to pick up the first.
Stands in. He's going to have to stand in here if he wants to connect.
3rd and 11. Going to take off again. Nowhere close. No room at all. He's looking for a flag on a hit on the sideline, and Jair is back jawing again. Before he's able to fling it down the field, incomplete. 2nd and 19. From the goal line, in trouble. They got him this time. And it is, in fact, Danielle Hunter. Texans start at the 38 with Mixon. Mixon breaking one. Cross the 50 and down to the Packers' 45-yard line. What a drive starter that was.
Great adjustment by Bob Slowick. Shotgun.
I like Mixon.
You just better be taking a shot outside, otherwise I don't love it.
Oh, they're going for a big play here. Again, he has to throw on the run, and he's got the completion to Diggs for the first. And look at him galloping for the first down, Mixon.
Wow, that's exactly what I was saying. You need quick hitters.
Here they come with the blitz. You got to stay in field goal range if you're Stroud. He throws it, and the ball is caught. What a catch by Hutchinson. Stroud from the pocket, flings it sideline. It's caught for the lead from 35. Fairbairn delivers the goods.
With the middle of the field.
Brings it to the sideline, and out of bounds goes Kraft with the catch for 9.
The tight.
Giving it to Jacobs. They won't. They're going to go up top. Wide open for the first down. It's Wicks, who had a touchdown earlier in this game. Almost has the ball stripped out of his hands.
You've got your one-on-one matchup right down here.
And they go for it. They've got themselves with 15 seconds to go. Football at the 32. Green Bay trying to inch closer. And that ball is on the ground.
That's a fumble or an incompletion.
A call on the veteran. Just came here on Wednesday. He's got this to win it. Low snap. The kick.